Hey all, Elson here. I'd love to boil this down to a trite little phrase, but that seems disingenuous to discomfort and to how we feel when we feel uncomfortable. The phrase that came to mind was discomfort might be a part of mortality, but being miserable is optional. But I've spent times in my life where I didn't realize that misery was optional. Because when I faced discomfort, I thought I only had two options. I thought I either had the choice to run away or to dig in and make camp in my misery. But I learned something different today. Today I had the painful, glorious, awful, wonderful, whatever opportunity to go to the dentist. I have a wonderful dentist. It just was one of those procedures that's just not fun. And there's a lot of dentisty things involved. And so I was sitting there with this mouth guard plus suction thing in my mouth, which is not my favorite because my gag reflex is through the roof. And so I was just feeling very uncomfortable anyway. And I have very sensitive teeth. So all that air, no, just not a win. And with this mouth guard in my mouth and my gag reflex, I just was miserable. I went into fight or flight and all I could do was freeze and it was awful. And so as I sat there just taking deep breaths and going, this is going to be like the longest hour and however long of my life, I went, but does it have to be that way? And so I started opening and shifting and moving and realized that as I adjusted my jaw and my mouth a little bit, I made it stab my mouth less. And I was able to lessen some of the discomfort. Now, that didn't make the discomfort go away, but it made it more bearable. And so I would ask you, what moments in your life are feeling miserable? And what choices do you have? Now, I could have limits that I couldn't have opened my mouth any wider, or there could have been in ways in which I could have made that worse. And so there aren't any guarantees there in this life, but it is worth looking at options. It is worth trying, and it is worth looking at things in a new way. So, in your current miserable moment, are there ways to relook at what's causing discomfort versus just digging in? See you next time, guys.